Worthiness, reclaiming, remembering, and rising.
Welcome to the Worthiness 7-episode podcast special. This is a place where we remember who we are, a place where we reclaim our authentic identity and rise in our power. I'm your host, Nebo Iyana Masilela. Today, let us step into worthiness together. Today's guest is someone whose presence is as bold as her truth. A multidisciplinary creative, community builder, and advocate for sacred softness in a world that demands hard edges. Her name is Sulukela Slu Mulamudi. This is not just a conversationalist. She is a broadcaster, a community developer. She's also a space holder. Today, we get to sit in her wisdom. Thank you so much, Slu, for being here.
How do we cut that out? Can I just have it so I can just put it on all my... I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good.
I've
had a tough week.
Okay.
But I think I was even saying this to you earlier that with the first couple of months of 2025, it's been just a series of tough weeks.
Yeah.
You know? But God is good, and we're here now.
Oh my God, God is good, and we are here now. And now that you say that, I want to ask you, how is it being here? Like, I mean, in this moment, where's your heart at? Where's your mind at?
My heart is at a place of gratitude and a place of making difficult decisions. I was having a conversation recently with a friend, and I was like, I wish you would have told me that adulting is about making hard decisions every day.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Can I unsubscribe? Like a break, Nyana?
Yeah.
You know, but that's where my heart is. There's been a lot of growth in my life, personally and professionally, and that has led to very difficult decisions, very difficult conversations with self, with other people, but I'm really grateful.
Oh, I'm grateful that you're here. So now that you touched a little bit about your career, right? That there's been growth.
Yes.
How has that been for you? And can you just let us know, like, you know, what did that look? What did that look like, you know, from where you started to now? And also maybe take us back to when it all started.
Yeah.
For us to be sitting here together.
Sure. It's quite interesting because, and I was saying this to you earlier, that usually I'm the one that asks questions, and this is
tables have turned.
Literally. So I've always known that I want to read, write, and speak for a living. I just didn't know what that was. Because I remember at some point in grade 7, I said, I want to be a manager.
Yeah.
And it's only now that it hit me that what I meant was I want to be in a position where I can serve other people, in a position where I can lead other people. Because essentially that's what it is. When you lead people, you are serving people. But for me, my broadcasting journey started, I think it was 2018, 2018, yeah, somewhere thereabouts. And most people don't know this. I'm glad that you invited me and I have this opportunity. But when it started, it was in a garage. Oh,
wow.
There's a guy called Justo. Justo was a DJ. I was introduced to him by a friend. And Justo had just hopped onto this online radio thing. But they were looking for shows. So he's a DJ.
Okay.
And he was like, I know that all I'm gonna do is play music, but I want, you know, I want a voice. I want someone that can hold conversations. And my friend then introduced me to him. I remember I took going to that garage very seriously now. Like, you see how good you look? This is how I would look, okay? With my bag and my notes, and I'd be ready to work. So Justo then gave me an opportunity to do a show. I think it was called The Seat with Slu or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And I would interview my friends. I would interview people I met on social media. So when I started that, there was something affirming in every single conversation that I had. Something that said, you are on track. You are doing the right thing, you know?
Wow. Okay.
That lasted for a couple of months. And then before the end of that year, I had connected to someone else also online. He was based in the UK, also had the same thing as Justo. And I did that for a couple of weeks, I think. But in that short space of time, I realized that this is what I want to do for a very long time. And the following year, I started getting different calls on different radio stations, courtesy of my mentor, you know, to just contribute to conversations. And I realized that beyond speaking, I really enjoy listening to other people. I enjoy seeing people express themselves, you know, because as we are having this conversation, it's not just the words that are coming out of your mouth that are telling the story. It's your eyes, it's your body language, it's everything, you know. So that happened, and then fast forward, the opportunity to do a show on Hope Alive Radio came about. So that was interesting because how it started was, I was asked to come and fill in for a week because the lady who was doing the midday show had resigned and she was leaving immediately. And I said, sure, of course. I jumped on it, did it that week, and then forgot about it.
So how did they get hold of you? How did they know there was a slew that exists?
A friend of mine. A friend of mine, Ratiba Mohali, if I remember correctly, as well as I think Usipo Setu Slang, put my name forward to say she can do something. And one thing about me, when given an opportunity, I take all of it and the crumbs.
As you should.
All of it. I went there for a week, did it, and then forgot about it. By forgot about it, I mean I moved on. Because I didn't think they were looking for anyone. I just thought they wanted someone to fill in for that week, and they already had somebody lined up. The next week I get a call to say, would you be interested in doing a radio show? And I thought, yes.
And this is at Hope Alive.
Yes. I said, of course. And they asked me, well, which slot?
Which slot? So did you have the privilege of choosing the slot, or is it like this for everyone all the time?
Well, I don't know.
And
at this point, I don't care anymore. Because I happen to choose. I think the right thing. I chose breakfast. I said I can do 6 to 9. But at the time, I didn't realize how big breakfast was. I only chose breakfast because I thought I've got other things to do after 9. So I don't, you know, I won't be able to manage a midday slot or an afternoon slot. And they said, okay, come through on Monday.
Hectic.
And came through to finalize a couple of details. So when the show started, I was working together with a very, very good friend of mine, who also became a brother, Themba Dlamini. We started the show together. It was quite exciting, you know. And then I got the depth of broadcasting, that one, you are on a very powerful medium, but two, you've got to learn to see people. And that was insane. Because we're in studios, just the 3 or 4 of us, you know, with our producers, but you're talking to someone that could be going through a very difficult time, someone that is starting their first day at work, someone who is about to hand in a resignation. So you're talking to different people. And it for me, I realized the importance of seeing people in that moment and meeting everyone where they are.
Oh my God.
So yes, that's when the journey started, and I'd like to believe it got better over the years. I mean, the people that I have met on the journey have been absolutely phenomenal. The critical feedback that I have gotten, some of which was cringy, you know, because sometimes when people give you unsolicited feedback, just like,
thanks.
Didn't ask
No
for
thanks. I didn't ask for that. I want to talk about you having people that always were in your corner and contributed to your growth as a broadcaster, right? But before I get into that, you spoke about seeing other people, and that's what you do. I in my intro, I said you're a space holder.
Yes.
And right now, I feel that was very accurate because I do feel that you are a space holder.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned that you are, that you had to not only see people, but also listen, right? Yeah. So I'm wondering if you have the gift of seeing people, because you have to as a podcaster,
right,
or, you know, a conversationalist. Who saw you? Who is that person that you say, this person really saw me for who I am and embraced me, all parts of me, the broken, the healed, the loving, the lovable, the maybe not so unlovable, all of it.
Okay, we need a moment.
Okay, take a moment. Do you have tissue?
It's a couple of people.
Okay.
It's a couple of people. What makes me react this way is that recently I was talking to one of them.
Yeah.
One of the first people that saw me.
Mm-hmm.
That was Mr. Joseph Ledwaba.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ledwaba was my teacher in primary school.
Mm-hmm.
He came to my school when I was in grade 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw me.
Yeah.
He could see that I was a bright child, but if my energy is not channeled in the right direction, I had the potential of being very rowdy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be sitting here today.
Okay.
Those who know.
Yeah.
Mr. Ledwaba saw me.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that year I became prefect.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is in primary school, you said?
In primary school.
Yeah.
I became prefect. I won awards, academic awards, but he saw me because he kept saying to me, you can do better. And I didn't get it as a child. You know, you're just like, yeah, but I got 100%. So like, it doesn't get better than this.
Right.
But he saw me.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Ledwaba would give himself time to understand not just me, but all of us in the classroom to understand our family dynamics, what kind of setups we had, what we were dealing with. He'd go as far as wanting to know what our parents did for a living, or what our parents did in their spare time.
He was just a very present teacher.
Very present teachers.
Yeah.
He was very present.
Yeah.
Mr. Ledwaba saw me. And then, of course, I had other teachers. I had Memlungi. So Memlungi was not a teacher per se. And you know what's crazy? To this day, she still does what she did all those decades ago. She was the office administrator at the school. She knew every one of us by name in all the grades.
Those people are special people, don't you think?
Very, very special.
Because I know one person from my primary school who was the same, knew everyone by name, their parents, you know, where they come from. I think they're very special people. Yeah.
Those are some of the people that saw me. I mean, my brother, he started off as my mentor and now he's my brother. My teachers, man, of course I was a teacher's pet, but honestly, my teachers saw me. The older I grew, other community members also started seeing me. And I'm not mentioning, or I did not mention my mother deliberately.
Okay.
Because there was a time when she was also figuring life out for herself.
Are you the firstborn?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it show?
I know this because I am the firstborn. So this is how I understand it, right? As a firstborn, especially as girls, right? You're the first. Your mother. This is her first time being a mother.
Yes.
So you get to see life.
Absolutely.
Her entire life from when you were born, right?
Yes.
So her mistakes, her everything, right?
Yes.
When she does great, when she's figuring things out.
Absolutely.
And you know, as a firstborn, you get to, I think that you get to pick it up before the other ones do. That this is actually, she's just a human being.
That's where grace comes in.
Yes.
So I deliberately didn't mention her because there were things that she was figuring out, and as a child at that time, there were things I wanted her to see that she didn't really see. For example, my mother grew up knowing that I'm an overachiever.
Yeah.
So even when I said there's awards, her first thing would be, how many are you getting?
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah.
And as a child, that was not the reaction I was looking for.
Of course.
I wanted you to be excited. Like,
right.
I'm gonna win. Well, I'm gonna win again, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But the older I grew, she saw me. She sees me to this day, and I see her. And there is such great power in having people that see you, because those are people that say, "No, we are rooting for you, despite your flaws."
Right.
That in and of itself is the most liberating thing.
Right.
I think oftentimes we speak about, you've got to liberate yourself, blah blah blah, but we don't speak about how much more liberating it is when the community around you is like, we've got you.
I am such an advocate for community. I mean, one of the mantras that we hold at Neo Healing Institute says, you don't heal in community. Rather, we don't heal in isolation. We heal in community.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, someone said, heal loudly, because we almost lost you in silence.
Oh, yes. I know that. I love the quote. Yeah. You talking about community, right? You now want to go back to the first question that I had for you. The people that were in your corner that contributed to your growth, as this Silukela Slumulamudi that's sitting besides me right now, right? What is it that they did to contribute to your growth, besides, saying, hey, Slu, there's this thing happening here at Hope Alive. Would you like to come? What is the extent to which they contributed to your growth?
They asked me tough but truthful questions. The thing is, when you asked me that question, like, all of their faces just came to mind, and I can see them as clearly as day, because that is what their presence in my life has been. Oh, wow. Very clear. I've never had to doubt whether or not they were on my side. Even when I was wrong, I knew that they will call me out. Oh, my brother Abu Tepo will call you out. He'll be like, no, but this is nonsense. But you're still good though. But this is nonsense. You know? What they would do is ask me the tough yet truthful questions. Like, for example, when I would get big opportunities, whether it was an emceeing gig, a facilitating gig, and I would, I'd call them just to, because I most of them are soundboards for me. So I'll just call to say, no, there's this thing that I'm supposed to do, and I'm feeling like this and this and that. And one of them, Aus Nombulelo, will ask me, what do you want? What does it make you feel like that? And it's those kinds of questions that anchor you, that bring you back to say, why am I doing what I'm doing? Intention. Very intentional.
I just really want to talk about being intentional with what you do, because that is something that we don't realize the power of. Just last week I was hosting a workshop, right? And I was talking about again, reclaiming your truth, right? But this was specifically for people that are in business, coaches, and right? So, and one of the things that I said was, ask for what you want. And when you do ask for what you want, know why you want that thing. So I usually explain or describe intention as the why behind the what. So yes, you do want this. You do want to be sitting next to me right now, having this conversation. But what is the intention behind that? Right, that's the what is me sitting right across you right now. But the why is the intention. So my intention right now is to really pick up from your wisdom, because I do believe that you're someone that carries a lot of it.
Thank you.
And so it's really important, right? Even this podcast special, there's an intention behind it, right? Having people that I chose to work with me, there's an intention behind that, right?
Hey, this crew is amazing, guys. Amazing.
Absolutely, they are. And because we don't realize that when you're clear with the intention, that's when things start to move for you.
When you say that, you remind me a lot of the conversations that I have with my best friend about how just because it's the right thing doesn't mean it's going to feel good.
I want you to say that again. Please say that again. Please say that again.
It's the right thing, it does not mean it's going to feel good.
Absolutely.
The same goes for intention. When you are clear about what it is you want,
Yes.
it does not mean it's going to be comfortable.
Right.
And for those that have been fortunate enough to pursue things that are in alignment with their purpose in this life, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy just because, you've been called to hold or create safe spaces for conversations.
Right.
It's got its own challenges.
Right.
But are you supposed to be there? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that's something that I would definitely want to share with everyone, to say, because you are intentional about it, it doesn't make it any easier. You know?
Absolutely.
I believe in that so much. I believe in being intentional, because that brings us back to something that I've also learned from community and even from my own mother, the power of advocating for yourself.
Oh, yes.
Because you being clear about what you want and why you want it is you advocating.
Absolutely.
No one's going to speak for you.
Ashay on that.
No one's going to speak up for you.
Yeah.
No one knows what you want better than you. So it's going to be uncomfortable. It might ruffle a few feathers, but that's what comes with clarity.
Yeah.
Once you've got intention, then you've got clarity.
Yeah. Have you had those moments in your life where you felt like, I'm very clear, I want this, and this is the why, but you had some challenges that you experienced?
No, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I have had those moments, and let me tell you something about intention also, is that in having those moments, you are clear about what you want, and then you state it, and then you go back and you feel guilty.
Yeah.
You're like, hi, but that boundary.
Yeah.
This is the Kilani bends, so we can bend the boundary, right?
People pleasing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what you don't realize is self-betrayal is the biggest form of betrayal.
Absolutely.
Nothing is worse than you saying you are not going to allow something, or you will not do something, and then you find yourself doing it again, and then feeling as bad as you did before, but now you know.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's
Yeah.
a huge difference in you doing things the first time and not knowing,
Yeah.
and you doing things and knowing.
Absolutely.
Like that toxic friendship that you're going to, you know what's happening.
Hey,
right?
now talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that stems from familiarity. It stems from, like you said, people pleasing.
Right.
You don't want to disappoint people. You don't want to be the bad guy.
Right.
But I always say, if you're gonna make me a villain, come through with the facts.
Let me be the villain in your story, because I know the
just
truth.
wanted
I
that
know
to
why I
end.
decided to do or take that direction. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I've also learned, just on that point, is people don't have to be wrong for you to be right.
Hold on. You cannot just move on like you did not drop a bomb. Okay? Say that again, please.
They do not have to be wrong for you to be right.
Yes. Can I have someone jot down these quotables for me, please? Yeah.
Need that on a t-shirt.
Please. Yeah.
It's also another very good friend and sister of mine, Batabile, who said that.
Yeah.
Because more often than not, when we are intentional, we feel like we are on a high horse,
Yeah.
right? I'm clearer. I know what I want. They don't know what they want. There's nothing wrong with them not knowing what they want. There's everything wrong with you allowing yourself to be in the same space as them when your headspace is not.
I'm about to say hallelujah.
Am I talking to somebody?
You are preaching to the church right now.
You know?
Yes.
So most times we are very quick to say, yeah, they hate me. No, they don't hate you.
Yeah.
They just don't understand where you are. You don't understand where they are. You are elevating in your own journey. You are growing. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Walk away with grace. You don't have to villainize other people just because you've now seen this enlightenment.
Right.
And we seem to forget, Neil, that people will meet you at the level that they are.
I call what you just said spiritual arrogance, right? When you think, oh, I'm clear with what I want, I'm clear with my intention, blah, 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 blah. And so just because I'm clear, you're not clear. You don't know what you're doing with your life.
Exactly.
I'm so enlightened, I can do no wrong because I know everything, and you don't.
That is a big blunder.
Yeah.
Because one thing about life, it will humble you.
Yeah.
Or it will humble you.
It will.
Kesana. You will be watching this episode and saying, yes, Mara.
Yeah.
You know? The thing is, you don't know until you know.
Absolutely.
You don't know until you know.
Yeah.
So move differently.
Yeah.
Move with intention and grace. Because it will get uncomfortable. So intention and grace
together. Yeah. Do you think you're someone? I think you're someone that moves with grace, and I'll tell you why. And I think I shared this with you before we started, right? My very first impression of you was when we were going to Artis. I'll tell you the other impression that I had of you, but this is the first one, right?
Yeah.
And I think we had a Puza Free Thursday workshop before we headed to Artis, right?
Yes.
The first thing you said to me, the first thing you said to someone I was with, you said, "Is that Neo Iana?" I'm like, how does she know me? You know?
Girl.
And then you said, "You're so pretty." Then we sat next to each other, and I think that's when this started, right? Because I want you to know that you are someone that I really do admire. That's number one. Number two, another heart-to-heart conversation that we had was when we were now at Artis, and I was just, let's call it venting, right? And you asked me, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know this, and then you asked you asked me, what are your I think you said intentions for next year, because it was towards the end of the year. I think that's what you said. And then I told you and then I told you I'm very anxious. Like during the year-end season, I feel very anxious for what's to come the following year. You know, it's just something that I have. And you know, and you said very empowering words. I remember you said to me, God moves with you in every season of your life, right? In the anxiety, in the good times, in the not so good times, but there is a purpose for everything and for where you are in your life right now. And you said to me, you know, one of the mistakes that we make is not being grateful for where we are, because we don't realize the progress that we've made from where we come from, right? And I remember that conversation so vividly. I went home because I think I had to leave earlier than everyone, and I left the day after, I think. And I went home and I had that conversation stuck in my head. I was like, that is a special person. And I want to have more conversations with her. That's why you're here today. Today, right?
Yeah.
And number three, the last thing. At the workshop that we had at Artis, we had a game, I think, let's call it that, right? And it's where you have to, I think, notice someone that inspires you, whatever, in the room, right? But don't say anything. You were one of them. Yes, you were. I think that happened after the conversation.
You.
I was like, there's something about Slukela that I really can't put my finger on, but I know it's something special and it's something that I want to be a part of for as long as I can. So that's really how much I admire you.
Thank you.
And the space that you hold in my heart, really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You know, on that point of God is with you in every season. Also, I forgot I said that. Yo, I should send you an invoice for that. What do you mean? We like to move in life as though the seasons that are not good are not our seasons. So when it's a tough season, when it's a bad season, it's not your season.
Right.
No, the devil is testing me.
Right.
Hey, you know?
Yeah.
We only want to celebrate the seasons where we are winning. That is your season.
Yeah.
You know? But we don't realize that even the not so good seasons are still your seasons.
Yeah.
You're still in it.
Yeah.
You are still the main character.
Yeah.
Even Udipacha Ugoisha, it is still your season.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest mistake we have made is to hold on to this too shall pass, and using it in the context of just bad seasons. Even the happy seasons, it will pass.
Oh my God.
It will pass. You're not going to be happy forever.
Yes.
At some point, you have to be satisfied. At some point, you have to be content. At some point, you have to be anxious. At some point, you have to be uncertain.
Yeah.
All those are not bad things.
Yes.
They're just signs that you are
Human.
that you are growing.
Absolutely.
But most importantly, to remind you to go back to source. So go back to God.
Yeah.
See how in tough seasons you remember the scriptures,
Yeah.
you remember the songs. That gospel playlist will be on repeat. You know.
Yeah.
See how in difficult seasons you are more gracious.
Yeah.
To others, in fact, because you realize that, hey man, I think I've been there, or
Yeah.
I am going there too.
Yeah.
In that same way, even in your good seasons, remember to give grace, remember to give gratitude, remember to still stay in conversation with
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
I love that. What's your, if I may ask this question, now that we're talking about God, how's your relationship with what you call God? Do you call it God? What do you call it? Do you call it source? Do you call it life? Do you call it grace? What is that like for you?
So that we accommodate everyone.
Everyone,
because,
right?
You know,
Because
one thing about the Neo Healing Institute is that it's very, don't know, what do they say, Kochenji? Very inclusive.
Yes.
Very inclusive,
Yes.
Progressive,
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
But it is God.
Yeah.
Always been God. My relationship with God is healthy.
Okay. I love that. Are you Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Right.
And I say healthy because there's times when I'm really mad at God.
Yeah.
And I sit and say that in prayer to say,
what is this? What am I in?
What is this?
What do you call this?
You know,
Wholeness.
or
Yeah.
those tough seasons where you just like, I don't have to learn this way.
Yeah.
Like, God, you could have given me just a sign would have been enough. Manja, when you put me through the whole thing, you put me in the fire, you know? My relationship with God is very healthy. God is at the forefront of everything I do.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that I am a vessel of God. That's why I'm able to do so many things. And that's why I'm able to show up fully, truthfully, and wholesomely for all of those things.
Yeah.
Because in all those spaces, I am a vessel.
Yes.
So if it means I have to be a cleaner,
Yeah.
or you know, be a producer,
Yeah.
I will do so and do so
Fully.
because as a vessel, that is my purpose in that
moment.
So that's what it is for me. But my relationship with God is also healthy because God did something with community.
Yeah.
Oh, God said,
Yeah.
I will give you people.
Yeah.
And that's what for me community is.
Yeah.
Community is such an answered prayer.
Yeah.
My wish for everyone is that they build, because you build this.
Right.
They build healthy communities.
Absolutely.
Whether it's in your friends,
Right.
whether it's in people that you meet in workplaces, at events. I really hope that you find people that hold space for you.
Yeah.
People that see you.
Yeah.
People that hear you.
Yeah.
This is why I live by the mantra. Shame dies when stories are told in safe spaces.
Shame dies when stories are told in safe spaces. Absolutely.
But the space doesn't have to be a building.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a podcast
Yeah.
like this one is. Sometimes and many a times, safe spaces are people.
Yes.
Notice how when you share really good news with your people and you don't get the reaction you had anticipated.
Yes.
Look at how your heart aches.
Yeah.
Look at the reaction. Look at your expression where you're like, oh, I thought Kat was my guy.
Yeah.
I thought Busani and I
We're good.
we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what my relationship with God has done. Because you see God show up for you in so many ways in community.
Yeah.
When people show up for you, that's God showing up for you. Because I thought I like it and then do the things here.
Yeah.
So God is gonna work through people. And at whatever point that people meet you at, I hope that you see that is God answering your prayer.
That all of what you said is a prayer in and of itself. Now, I want to move to a question, right?
Sure.
Firstly, now that we are at the Worthiness Podcast, we talk about worth, right? And your journey to understanding worth. I want to ask you, what does that word mean to you and for you? Worthy.
It means...
One sentence, like a...
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not nice. This is not nice at all.
Just one sentence.
One sentence.
Yeah.
Worthy means wholesome. Yeah, wholesome.
Awesome.
And worthy looks different every day now.
Yeah.
It looks different every day. I think because, worthy every day. We want to look like this.
Yeah.
You know, you are worthy even when you're not looking like this. You're worthy even when you're not feeling as inspired as you are feeling since you started watching the episode.
Yes.
You are worthy even when you show up got that 5%.
Yeah.
For that day.
That
5%, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We've got to learn to be okay with the different seasons and how we show up differently every single day, even
Absolutely.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
We've got to give ourselves that grace.
Yeah.
So understand that you are worthy, man. Even when you're not listening to your favorite song in the morning and your routine has been ruined, you are still worthy. You are here because you matter.
Oh.
Always, in all ways.
All right. That is the end of our podcast episode. Thank you so much, Slu.
Thank you
for being here. I really appreciated this time that I spent with you and just, drawing from your insights, your wisdom, your heart, most importantly. And thank you for just bringing your entire self to this chair, because that's really what I felt here.
I really appreciate that, and I just hope you never lose your gift of remembering people. You are very good at that. Beyond remembering people's names, you remember people's aura. And that's a very powerful thing, a powerful gift to have that I hope you will continue to nurture. And scala up.
Yeah.
Scala up. Don't tire giving to people. I think you've got a pretty solid support system.
I do. I really do.
Please don't tire.
Thank you so much.
Healing people. Don't tire from being a safe space. Don't tire from reaching out, because you've got so many other people that are pouring into you. You are not alone. You are never alone.
Thank you so much. This is so perfect. Yay! Yay!
Elegance meets hydration. Premium, local, refreshing. Proud sponsors of the Worthiness Podcast. Stay hydrated, stay worthy. Go Zone Water, available at Park Dean Boulevard.